Welcome back to the PDGA Euro Tour. This is Varazdin, Croatia, and this is the first tournament of the European Tour, and this is the Bag 9. And this guy, he's not a female player, but he's still on the coverage by More Disc Golf, and the whole tournament is presented by Latitude 64. I am Jahn, and with me is Dave Lizotte. Hey Dave.
Hey, and it's again good to be back, and we have Wiebke, Laura, Maria and Andrea still on the card, and Jana has crept into the top 5, so we'll see what they have in store for us.
This is Latitude 64. The smallest of grains handled with the greatest passion. Always trying to improve, always trying to be better. Out of curiosity, excitement, thrill. For the player and the sport. Because we want to make disc golf awesome for you.
Okay, back in the game with More Disc Golf and Dave and Jahn. And of course, Wiebke, Laura, Andrea and
Maria.
So this hole number 10 is differently shaped than from the male. Like as we mentioned before in the front 9, 5 holes are different than for the female competition, and this is one of them. We have a different basket and a different tee position, but the hazard zones are the same.
And it's still 212 meters. The basket is tucked in on the left, whereas the other basket for the men's is behind that tree. And right, looks as if we've got Laura up on the box. She's pushed it off a little bit off to the right, but it should all be good. There's no OBs on this one.
No, on the path you are safe, but she's flirting with the hazard in front of her.
Nice high shot.
Posch.
The ground sounds hard. Good distance. Beautiful shot from Wiebke.
That's the RD1, her yellow disc. And Andrea with this little smile. That's something that you always should do before you throw, I think.
She's pushed that off to the right, but she's well away from the OB line. And there's a little bit of hazard up there as well, but it looks as if they've all avoided that.
Yeah, there's hazard behind this little dam. You see the flags?
And that looks a little high, might be caught up in the tree, unfortunately. So she's lost a lot of meters on that throw.
Yeah.
So you can see the flags there for the hazard zone.
Yeah, there's one on the right-hand side, as we can see.
And there's
here.
one on the left, and so...
And this might be a little short.
Yeah, and she's also caught up in that tree, but landed safe.
Yeah, we have really heavy wind here.
Right beside the river, it tends to get extremely windy, and that looks...
I think it's just inside the hazard.
Wiebke going on the outside route to avoid the hazard, and looks as if she's managed to do that.
Maria with another sidearm.
Yeah, she seems to be predominantly sidearm. Unfortunately, she clipped a tree there.
Yeah, that's what's happening with headwind. These discs tend to sail higher than you want them.
Yeah, Laura's kept it nice and low here. This shot is looking very online, so she's put it in the circle. Giving herself a little bit of a putt. Wiebke still has a little bit of distance to cover. It's her third throw. It's a par 4, so she's hoping to get this one close enough. And she's also just managed to creep into the circle, so she'll also have a little bit of a tester putt.
And that's the third side arm from Maria.
And that, if that holds the line, come on. Oh, what a sweet looking shot.
Yes. That's close to bullseye. Okay, Andrea. How is that with you, Dave? You've been training for, let's say, 25 years?
Approximately.
Teaching people?
Yes.
At what time do you recommend to keep focusing on the basket, even though you're playing a backhand? And of course, as we all know, when you play a backhand, you tend, the further you go, there is a time when you don't look at the basket all
That's
the time.
correct. When you're throwing far, you generally don't.
So, at what time do you think? Is there a distance where you can say, "Hey, keep focus on the basket," and just keep looking at it?
No, I don't actually have a distance. That I think mostly just for putting. Everything else is...
For putting, you recommend keep looking at the basket?
Well, keep your eye on the basket pretty much, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh! Well, that was a change of...
What happened here? PDGA Europe, welcome.
So, the wind is howling, and they're having troubles with the these 7-8 meters putts because it is difficult, especially in the cold. You can see it's still pretty cold. And
it is a long par 4. It is a long par 4. And this is a 5. Oh, Maria had a 6. Oh yeah, because of the Wiebke also scoring the 6. Yeah. Shake your head.
Hallo, Wiebke.
Hello, Wiebke.
Grüße aus Deutschland.
Okay, we're going back into the woods. Hole number 11 is, of course, when we're back in the woods, it's tighter again, but there's less wind. There's a slight curve taking you to the left. Lots of big trees who prevent you from a perfect shot. And it is reachable, I would say, like 97 meters, at least for a good putt, but you have to hit the line.
As is so often the case, a good, solid, straight throw does wonders for your game. Just get you within the circle somewhere so that you're putting for birdie.
And yeah, the train, a full train. For all your hip-hop enthusiasts out there, this was a full train.
A full train?
A full train, that's when there's, when the whole train, when the whole train is covered in graffiti.
Ah, a full train.
I think it's called whole train, I'm sorry.
Whole train, okay.
It's definitely not Coltrane, that's somebody
Look it
else.
up.
I will not. Please write that in the comments. We want you to participate in this production. And as you can see, Mr. Orange back there is really having a serious stress.
Yeah,
I was so
Wiebke
hoping
pulled
for
it off, pulled it a little bit to the right. And you can see how small the gap is, and when a gap looks small on camera, then it's even smaller in real life usually. So
she has done that before. Like we mentioned in the first round, if you haven't watched it, look it up. Andrea Berniak is from Slovenia, and she is just 44 k's distance from this beautiful course.
So the home favorite, I guess you could say.
Yeah, she's probably the best female player in at least 200 k's distance, I would say.
Yeah.
And Laura from Vienna has to get down on her knees and then decides otherwise.
Yeah. So this is what I was talking about taking your medicine. I mean, she could have tried to force a forehand roller, something to get out of trouble, which often causes you to get into more trouble. And this is what I mean by just taking your medicine and pitching out and getting to a good stance so that you can have a nice shot at the at saving your bogey or par. But in this case, but she's gone a little too far on this, so she's gonna have some work left to save her bogey. That's for sure.
That was a little fluffy. And Maria is taking her favorite weapon, the sidearm, and that she avoids putting, definitely. This is tapping in. This is actually a chance for birdie with Andrea.
A throw-in birdie.
Yeah.
Looked a little hot, no? But she's right there, pin high.
Oh yeah, curling back nicely.
Just outside of the bullseye, so she'll have a serious, real chance in making her par.
And this is the tester for Laura.
Oh, she just missed off to the right. That's unfortunate. She'll be getting a double bogey on this hole.
Is it? 1, 2, 3. I thought this was. She still had a chance.
Oh,
there
nice
we
putt.
go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice solid
Good par.
putt. Yeah, absolutely.
And also Wiebke has to do this to gain a stroke on Laura. And as we promised,
There we go.
first of all, this is in. And as we promised, there's a tight race between Laura and Wiebke, which is great. It's always good to have tight races. And you were right with the double bogey.
Yep. Right, so that wraps up hole 11, second hole of the back 9. And let's have a look at hole 12.
Hole 12 coming up is the same for all divisions. It's 112 meters. And I mentioned in the front 9 rough getting rougher. The rough on the right hand side here, like after this pull, this is really, really, really unplayable. Like if you get in there, you're basically out of the game. So what the players will probably do is they try to stay left here on the fairway to get an open putt or an open approach, probably an open approach, and then the putt. So ladies and gentlemen, the 3 is definitely in the game here.
And this is certainly a very beautiful piece of land to have a disc golf course. Nice little passages and elevation changes, lots of trees. I like the way they've put a lot of the tee-offs right into the woods and you're throwing out. And that looks like exactly what you want to do. Just get it through through the original gap here and have the disc.
Oh yeah.
Wiebke's managed also. Nice little Anheuser throw.
Taking her favorite disc, the green one, which is, for those who want to know, of course, the H3.
This is an H3.
No, from Wiebke.
From Wiebke.
From Andrea, we
Wiebke.
really don't really know. Yeah, Wiebke, we don't really know what she's playing actually.
Mm-hmm. Again, a little high.
Yeah,
and
again,
has she
this
made
little
it
bounce.
through? Where is the... There it comes. Okay, so she's okay. She's also made it through the gap. A little higher than she wanted, I assume, but they're all out there. Pretty open approaches to the basket, but still a little bit far away. So she's still got 40 or so, 30, 40 meters. And manages to get it into the circle. It's going to have a slightly uphill putt.
6 meters left. Maria Yeah.
And that
Easy.
looks just fine if it has the distance and doesn't roll. That's nice.
Rule number 1, smile before you play. That's always great.
Oh, just thinking of the chance that it's going to go in is, that is not, she didn't give it a chance. She's just playing smart, getting her par, waiting for opportunities and not looking for opportunities that aren't really there.
I mean, the putting movement from Andrea, it really, like you mentioned before, there's a lot of page peers in it.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Sure. She's very successful.
Yeah.
Nice putt.
Boom.
From Laura. Good 3. Well, it looks as if all the players have managed to
I think apart
play
from
this hole.
hole number 1, this is the only par frame we have so far. Is that right?
That's very possible. So the jackets are back on, so the temperature is not... Oh, okay. What was that? That was weird. Oh, well.
Well, trying to be polite.
Yeah, well,
Not to get in another one's game.
trying to be polite is kind of like trying to be helpful. Doesn't...
Oh.
It doesn't always work, but anyhow, everything's good. Everything's fine. It's hard to know exactly what other players expect or want.
So this
With the
hole,
short putts.
yeah.
This hole is long. it
This
looks
hole
like.
is long, and you have to get over that damp, and then it's
Over this dam?
Yeah, and then it's
Or a
about
little
the
dike?
same. About it's the same distance again, and the basket is tucked up to the right here to the railway track, so it's a little elevated shot here. Now the
I wouldn't
camera is
mind seeing
swerving.
the basket. Oh,
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah, it
tucked
is
in
long.
against the ridge. It's a very long hole. Let's say 640 feet. How about that?
I would
That's a lot of
estimate it's
feet.
100 Fitze-Fatze, you might say. Maria still has the box.
Oh, she's got such a nice little whip with that forehand. I love it. So,
And that's actually where you want to be. Like
Yeah.
right in front of that little dike dumpster.
well, never damp, but dam is good. But it's more a little dike, yeah. A dam is actually somewhere to hold water, or what beavers build.
Nice beaver.
All right, nice drive, right
Yeah.
out there, into the middle. More or less the middle. Laura's up first with her second shot. So it certainly looks like a beautiful day, but you can tell it's chilly and cold, and
Yeah, that's.
she's managed to snag a branch. Just got over.
But it was
One
the
of the
first
dikes.
shot. I was.
Oh,
not,
I'm
I
sorry.
was not going to say that.
Yeah.
You're wrong, but now I'm saying it.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
Take a look at these beautiful tees. Seriously, there's some great development down there in
Yep.
Croatia.
Yeah, it's so important to have good tee-offs, especially for a Euro Tour tournament. It's expected to have good footage and solid tee-offs. It makes such a big difference what the tees are like.
Ooh,
Second, oof. Oh, she looks like she's gone
It
off
is
to the right, and
a
she
tough
is in
hole.
trouble. Yeah, yeah.
there's a
it's-
lot of debris in the way, or let's make it trees.
Okay, she's stayed short of the dike. So it's still pretty far away.
If that comes back, wow! This changed colors in the flight. Wasn't it green in her hands, and now it's blue?
Well, green and blue, you know, they're interchangeable. Oh, nice shot. What a nice forehand approach that was.
Okay, Laura takes the match, the red jacket and the red disc.
And she's also put it somewhere within the area of the green, but as you can see, there's lots and lots and lots and lots of bushes right around the basket. It's very well hidden and tucked into the slope of the train tracks there. Wiebke's going very wide. with the forehand, just trying to get a view. So she has bushes and sun. Oh, good little run there.
Yeah,
So
shortcuts.
even when you're close,
This is not a shortcut. There's still... Still a good effort.
Absolutely.
But that's where you're gaining strokes. I mean, seriously, 195 meters. This is a really long hole. And, yeah.
So is she going for it or laying it up? Going for it. Good one. Of course, with a big wall like that behind the basket, you really have no choice but to go for it. Nice putt.
Nice putt.
Unfortunately for a 5, but a good putt. Even no matter what score it is, a good putt to finish the hole. It's also a super nice putt. It's always a confidence builder.
Oh, definitely.
Put you on to the next hole. Yeah. Well, so far, 3 very solid putts. Wiebke having a hard time finding a stance.
Is that okay for you?
So asking
That's
the group if that's okay. This is the first time I've seen a stance like that. So, well done, Wiebke.
Yeah. This golf is about flexibility and fun. There you go.
Yeah, always having fun. Yeah, yeah. When you think about it, hey, we're throwing frisbees.
That's right.
That's always fun.
Why
Hole
not?
14,
This
par
is-
4.
Yeah, super technical. What we see here now is the gaps. Like you want to go through this gap, or some might even go left of this bush. And then you see the group of trees ahead of us, and right from here, this is OB. So you have to cross the OB river or the OB field to get to this basket. This is not hazard, this is OB. If you hit the OB, you'll go back to the drop zone.
So you have
If
to hit
you-
the island.
Yeah, if you don't hit the island with the second shot, there is another drop zone on the island.
Nice low shot.
Yeah,
Trying to
but-
get it into position.
But a position where you can probably just chip out.
Because keeping it off to the
this
right, that's
line-
looking
yeah.
okay.
But basically the idea is to get yourself in position with the second shot to cross the OB.
Yeah, yeah. So you don't want to stay too short, but you also don't want to throw too long, because then otherwise you're obstructed from all the bushes and trees back there. Oh, hits the first one. That knocked off about 50, 60 meters from her throw. That was unfortunate. She's going to have a hard time. Laura's on her second shot, and she's throwing it up.
Yeah, but that's alright. From there she can cross.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't know if anybody else...
And Wiebke is going
that
for it.
is
That
a
is looking
long
very nice. And has she made
and
it
you know
in?
what? She's on the island.
She made it on the island.
She
Oh,
made it
that's
on the island.
huge.
That is really huge.
Yeah.
This hole is really technical.
Yeah. And oof. Yeah. A clinger. She had that clinging to her
Oh.
fingers. She did. It looked like
Clinger.
a clinger.
Okay, Maria.
Maria
laying
also
up,
just playing up safe.
like I said.
Yeah. It's really hard to go for a long shot that's surrounded with OBs and stuff when you're obstructed. So they're being very smart and just laying it up right in front of the OB zone.
Yeah.
Laura
This is
with her
actually-
third shot, she's going for it. Left it out to the left a little bit, but that's okay. She's on the green now.
This will be a putt. Yeah. And you can see the carpet back there. This is the drop zone if you hit the OB. Which hopefully is not the case here with Andrea.
She's gone a little high. It's been taken off with the wind, but she's somehow on the green.
And she will putt towards the OB, which is also not good.
Yeah.
Like the placement of this drive is of the essence.
There we go. That was a beautiful shot.
Yeah. Tree loving shot. And by the way, Maria sneaked up to our leaders, Laura and Wiebke. She's just one stroke behind.
Yeah.
In case you were also seeing her teeing off first all the time, that's a reason.
that was an interesting little sidestep putt.
Laura with a smile.
Well, I think they're squinting against the sun, actually. Which forces a smile when you squint. There we go. Super nice short-range putts. Very solid, center. Yeah, they seem to always have the sun in their face. Nice.
There you go. Par. And Wiebke. It looked like a 3 to me, but it on the scores it says it's a 4.
No, it was a 4. She had one shot and then onto the green, missed a putt. Well, she had an approach more than a putt. Just being on the green doesn't mean you're within 10 meters of this island kind of green.
Okay, what we're crossing here, this is also an OB river or an OB placement, and you see the pegs back there. This is actually just the distance for most of these players that they have to reach to get over.
They certainly, well, you have to throw a good 80-90 meters just to get over the OB, and there are two baskets here, so I assume one of them.
The shorter one is for the ladies.
But you can't just choose which one you want to play. Oh, that would be cool. I just imagine.
You know what? They had 2 baskets there the last time I've been there.
Yeah.
And I had my first drive was right next to the one basket, and then I had to make an approach shot away from this basket. It feels so stupid.
Yeah.
And,
well, I think I'm going to start a series where actually on every hole there's 2 baskets. You can choose. You just choose which one you want to play to.
Good idea.
Hey?
And some of you might have seen the MPO coverage, and we have seen that phenomenon also. I think Leon was it, or I don't know, it happened that they had this placement right next to the FPO basket position and had to putt for the other. It just looks awkward.
Come
all the time.
oh no. I think she's made it.
Yeah.
I think she's made it across.
OB line is just under or behind this tree.
Also a little bit high, a little bit nose up.
Yeah, nose
She's going to
up.
lose some distance, but she's made it easily across, so...
Well, on the left-hand side, there's also the drop zone.
Again, beautiful tee-offs, nice and flat. Well worked. Oh, this does not look like a good spot to be in. No. She's in serious trouble there. Wiebke also, she's out in front. They're playing to the short basket, and she's put it up right beside the basket. No problem. That's going to be no worries there.
I really love I
thought that was going in.
When you're talking about old school television, Andrea's sweater is just the perfect match for old school television.
I love it.
Yeah. And that was actually a really good putt for Maria. So we can be sure that Laura was safe, because if not, she would have been have taken a detour, penalized to the drop zone. And that's an easy 3. Perfect. Come on, cheer up, ladies. Par is good on the course. It's really good. Doesn't matter which hole. Puff. Tell that to Maria.
Yeah, she was, after her first drive, she was caught up in the rough and had to pitch out. So that's a stroke right there. Right, we're on to hole 16. And this is 82 meters, rather short, I guess, one of the shorter holes on the course. Mm-hmm. And again, very tight lines.
It looks bigger on screen again.
Yeah.
But this is because we're moving.
And the basket is tucked in a little bit on the left-hand side.
Yeah. But makeable. For all of them, I would say. Absolutely. And it looks as if you exactly that. A little Anheuser. She's H4
and left it a little low, and it turned too early. So that's unfortunate.
When you
And
through this gap,
out wide
you're
like
actually-
this. Oh, it looks as if she's also nibbed a couple of branches on the way.
Yeah, but that's all right.
Yeah. Now, this is a tough shot with forehand. Interesting choice. She's not predominantly forehand, is she?
No.
But I guess she's just wanted to play out safely. And this is fading off to the right, which is exactly where you want to be. So she's in circle 2.
Just outside, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate tree hit here.
There's a great soul classic. It's called Knock on Wood.
Yeah. There we go. Wiebke in safely for another par.
Yeah. Perfect use of the other disc to get closer.
Oh, good run. Good run.
Maria.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. We're still waiting for one of the big throw-ins, the long putts.
That's right. Oh, I like the attitude.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good run.
So that's the soul bogey, and followed by 2 rather easy birdies. We're coming to hole 17, which is a huge major dogleg. It's nearly 90 degrees. You see this bandana or the marked tree. Past that tree, and after that, turn hard to the right.
Okay.
It's really hard to place your disc right there.
I guess it is.
So it's basically, we will see a lot of shots who just pass somewhere and then you find out what you can do. And in the end, it gets more and more open, but you have to get there first. And it's a par 4, and yeah, it's the same layout.
And how far is it to that Mando tree, approximately?
You know what? It's not really marked on the player's caddy book.
All
But
right.
I would say it's about 70 meters.
First tree available. That is not going to help the cause here.
No. Laura taking a chance
There,
to
she's
take
pulled it
some
off to the
shots
right, hit
from
some
deep
trees.
there,
Yeah.
but No.
Please don't hit anything. There, she's gotten into the trees.
Oh,
That's
so-
one of the things with these holes. I'm sure that that mandatory is just a little bit further than a gentle shot.
That's a beautiful
And so you
shot.
got to
Look at that.
push it. That is the shot.
Perfect.
Well done, Andrea.
Yeah. Well
Yeah.
done, Dave.
Thank you.
Ah, another tree kiss.
Yeah, so Wiebke's going to require 3 shots just to get around the Mando. Laura putting it up to the perfect spot.
Okay, what's Maria doing? Mm-hmm.
Maria's going the long route around and hoping to find a space between the trees to get to the basket. There's a nice shot around
That
the
was
Mando.
good.
Yeah, that was
If
very
you-
good.
At least get some.
So the
distance.
best drive, second shot. Now she has, again, oh, that is so unfortunate. Such a beautiful drive and then first available tree.
And the
That's
biggest
unfortunate.
one.
But you can see it looks terribly tight.
Yeah, you need a really good placement
Yeah.
to have.
Wow. She certainly got use of all the available air up there. Nice shot.
Okay, Andrea. Will that come back? Oh, yeah. Hard.
Well,
Hard.
yeah. This looks like a very difficult hole.
Yeah. You know what? There are fair lines, but it's hard to find them.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah, so Wiebke's still struggling. She is at +6. Laura's at +8. Maria is at +9, so it's still a little bit tight. We'll see what the results are after this hole. Come on, make a putt. No.
She looked away straight away.
Yeah, she knew. It didn't feel good out of her hands.
Come on, chance for Maria.
Oh, she's hit the basket so often, eh?
Come on.
And she's been trying to get those shots. She's been putting from the furthest away.
Boom.
And very nice to see that she's almost always going for it. So that's a very good sign. As soon as all those skills are filed down. Oh no, she had such a good start to this hole.
I was worried
Looks
for
like
her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Double bogey for Laura. And the double bogey. That could have been a bogey for Andrea. And this is, I guess, it could be just a bogey. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a definite lack of green on the scorecards here. It's a tough course.
Yeah, it is. But it comes to an end. Also the same shape for FPO and MPO. Get out of the woods and then there is an open green. If you fire it up, if you really fire it up, you can reach the parking ground. And
Yeah.
the parking ground, of course,
Is
OB.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it's a little tricky that you see that the basket is put on the stump here.
Yep.
So if you don't hit it right, you have rolling possibilities.
So slightly elevated basket for the last hole, and Wiebke has the box again
Taking a favorite green disc.
and piping it right down the middle. That's exactly what you need to do.
Yeah,
There you go.
beauty.
So she's in the area of circle 2, circle 3 somewhere. And Maria also with her
yeah.
very trusty forehand
Perfect.
gets it right out into the field. That's nice. That gap is pretty tight.
And there's whether there's an Estonian fan base or there's just fans of good shots.
Right, Laura gets caught up in a couple of the branches there, but she's also out in the open now, so...
Oh yeah, come
And
on.
that looks a little tight, but she's okay. That's exactly what you need. The shot was off a little to the right, but rolled in to the middle.
Yeah, but they're all out. Nothing in between you and the basket. That's
Yeah.
a bullseye hit, or at least close.
Pretty close, yeah. That's also laying up for the easy birdie, for the easy par, I mean. And she's going for it again? No.
Of course.
Yeah, sort of, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of a half go, half safe. Wiebke's also doing the smart thing, just laying it up. And here we go. Here's for the first par of the group. Oosh. Just off to the right a little bit. Unfortunate.
Oh, that looked closer for
Yeah,
Laura.
yeah.
But it's
Oh,
not that
also off to
close.
the right. Yeah, there's also a lot of people watching now all of a sudden, even though they've had the cameras the whole time. Now the crowd is there. Everyone's watching. Wiebke's finished off her round at +7, which is pretty solid. And is taking pretty much a commanding lead in the last 2 holes. She played very solidly. So we got 2 players.
angry bogey to finish the
yeah,
round. Yeah.
yeah, unfortunate.
That wasn't necessary for both of them.
So +11, +11, +7, +19. All right, congratulations all around. Fun round. Let's go home and have a nice warm chocolate milk
With cream or without?
with cream.
Yeah, we're part of Europe Tour, and it's, to me, it's always great to see Maxime in the white shirt in that group of people there. So let's look at the results again. This is the back 9. Wiebke with a comfortable 4-stroke lead. I hope you guys will be back. I hope you enjoyed. Leave your comments and participate. Party on.
Too much.
And enjoy more disc golf.
Please.
Stay tuned.
Always.